necessity of student to come to your class. They can take from the net. So beyond that, what we are giving by our teaching learning methodology. Otherwise, we can't improve the student engagement in the class. The first challenge. The second challenge, how to equip student with 21st century knowledge, skill and attitude. They have highly attitude. They don't have human values. They don't have the concern about environment, sustainability and social activities, cultural activities and communication skills. There is no fundamental economics related concern. So these all are lagging. With the technical knowledge, these points also important. How we can inculcate in the student community, it is important. Only teaching or explaining the science is not sufficient, because we want to apply that science means we have some concern with the society is required. So these are all things how we can inculcate, how we are inculcating by our teaching learning methodology. The committees can assess. That one we want to visualize. How we can visualize? By our curriculum. Incorporating better open education resources. And how we can assess? By our direct method, examination method, or by the reviews, by the feedback, we can assess really what we incorporated in the syllabus is really achieved or not. It's important. Next, how to ensure the examination system strengthen the teaching and learning. This is the main point. In the curriculum, we kept everything. But in examination system, we are asking define, derive. We are not assessing their problem solving capability, their analytical capability, if they are sustainable, related to development, related to sustainable development. If we are not assessing by our examination system, even though you incorporated in curriculum, there is no use. So the committee will ensure that your examination system also, your assessment system. And how to ensure lifelong learning. This is a continuous process for especially for faculty also. And if faculty is ready to accept this lifelong learning, means automatically we can inculcate in student life also lifelong learning in each concern. So these 21st century education challenges only we want to address. If we addressed or not, effectively implemented or not, for that assessment only the committees are coming. Then you see the definition of the committee, then you will get a clear idea. A broad definition of the committee. Formal recognition of an educational program by external body on the basis of an assessment of quality. The external body is assessing your quality. And an evaluation process in which objective group examines an education program to ensure that it is meeting the standards established by the experts in the field of industry. So the minimum standards, we are meeting the minimum standards. It is examined by the external committee, not internal committee. Internal committee is the academic audit. Every 3 months or every 6 months or every year we are doing academic audit. By our self-assessment, we are fulfilling the needs or not. Then we can cross-verify and we will change our teaching learning methodology or curriculum. Every year we can change our curriculum. That scope is there for autonomous institutes. But external body is assessing, then only that is called NBA accreditation. If after assessment, if they will accredited or not accredited. In olden days, the education system, Subjective measurement. Generally, two types of the assessment is there. One is subjective assessment, second one is objective measurement. The subjective one means long run reviews. Simple example I will give. I want to purchase something on laptop. What I will do, I will open Google it, then I will see the reviews. Maybe 5,000 people purchased and they given 4-star rating, then I will purchase that laptop. If two persons only purchased and given 5-star rating, then also I will not purchase, because based on the reviews, number of reviews, I will assess. This is a old education system. This is called subjective measurement. But now new trends came. That is objective measurement. Means the assessment committee already decided we want to inculcate in the student community some outcomes. We are expecting some outcomes from the students after their degree. That is fixed. If we are that one achieved by the student or not. For that, what is our plan of action? Means curriculum. Next, what is our teaching learning methodology? What is our assessment methodology? Finally, we will see it is achieved, that program outcomes are achieved. Then we can see, yes, this institute is accredited by NBA next 2 years, 3 years. Like that they will give. So, objective measurement. Why objective measurement is came the picture? After 2012, I think this objective measurement is came. Why? Means at present education system is outcome based learning. Earlier condition, the institute have foreign university doctorates or IIT Delhi doctorate, IIT doctorates or IISc doctorates. The institute have the doctorates is more than sufficient. Yes, your big institute. At Bolden system. At present outcome based system, your institute have IIT doctorates, there is no issue. But what they transfer to the student means learning centric education. Student how much absorbed from them, that is important. That is only the assessment point, program outcomes. If teacher what he teach, there is not the big thing. What student is gained. If I teach so many things, but student unable to understand, or unable to digest, or unable to produce, then there is no use, even though we are maintaining IITs. So, at present, the role of teacher is guide, mentor, and facilitator. These three are important. By these three operations, how execution, these three operation execution, how the student is, the learning strategy of the student is enhanced or not, they can assess, the committee can assess. So facilitator means generally the science what we are teaching, for the application purpose we have to develop the centers, incubation centers, innovation and incubation centers. The institute which are maintaining more innovation incubation centers means we are more facilitators for the generation of the application of the ideas or application of the science. That facility we want to provide. How we can provide this? In this area only our expertise is coming to the picture, that IITs or NITs or doctorates from the IIScs, with their hierarchy, they can bring the projects and establish labs beyond the curriculum. Not in the curriculum labs I am establishing, moderation of the labs, not moderation. You establish labs beyond the curriculum, then only we can facilitate the students. Next, the important I mentioned. Next, we know NBA Tier 1 accreditation have 10 criteria. Whenever we are discussing these criteria with the senior faculty, They will tell, yes, we are busy with the NBA accreditation. What you are busy? This is the day-to-day work. Every 3 months or every 6 months, we are doing academic audit internally. Then there is no busy of NBA accreditation. Just we will discuss the criteria 1 to 10, then we will get clear idea. This much of simple. Why? Because we are executing this, there is no issue. At the time of accreditation, we are starting filing this, then it is a big task. The criteria you see, majority of the criteria in our hand only, the faculty hand. The percentage we will discuss now. Total out of 1000 marks, how many marks in our hand, how many marks in the management hand, how many marks in student hand. The criteria first criteria you can see, vision, mission, program, educational objectives. Given by us, the senior faculty or administrators, representatives of the management, with concerned with the in and around industry persons and alumni or day-to-day charts, trends based on the day-to-day trends in the engineering. We can change our vision, mission, and program education. So it is fully in our hand. Second, program, curriculum, and teaching learning process. The curriculum basic structure already provided by AICT. Why? Because the human values induction program 21 days are second year human values 1, third year human values 2, and some basic structure. How many the core subjects we want to teach? I think our 12 subjects, core subjects is mandatory. Our total credits is 160 or 180. And the basic structure already provided. In that basic structure, what we can change? We want to incorporate the syllabus in the manner, collaboration manner. Means industrial person want to visit, at least take 10 hours or 5 hours lectures of each subject, then student will gain more knowledge. That teaching learning methodology only we are incorporating. So it is also easy, it is also in our hand only. Next, third one, course outcomes and program outcomes. Whatever the course target we kept, it is achieved or not. Once it is achieved, then what are the program outcomes defined by the NBA committee, we are achieved or not, we want to assess. The direct method, indirect method, it is also totally fully in our hand. Next, student performance. This belongs to the quality of the student intake. If the quality of the student intake or the interest of the student is very based on the interest of the student performance outcomes may be reduced or increased, whatever. It is not in our hand. This 100 marks not in our hand. Okay. Next, faculty information and contribution. This is a total faculty. Whatever the contributions we are made for teaching learning methodology or by the publication R&D for inspiring students. We want to inspire the students. Then only student also will start something. That one will not execute by single night. Rome can't build in single day. It will take time every year. While we are conducting academic audit in the institute every 3 months or every 6 months, we can assess the progress and we can discuss and we will increase, apply the patent. Okay. For application of the patent, at least we want to work 2 years. For NBA accreditation start application, yes, what we will get? We will get the application number. There is no use. So it is a faculty continuous contribution. Every year. It will add. That's all. We are giving the information. Next. Facilities and technical support. Okay. This belongs to management. We are not touched. Whatever the things they are giving. Next, continuous improvement. Once we COs and POs are attained or not, if you are not attained, then for improvement what we are doing, we want to represent. If you attend, you change your benchmark. If it is 50% is our attainment level, we set our benchmark, then you increase your benchmark, then you report that one continuous improvement. Next, eighth criteria, 8, first year academics, the 21 days induction program, this all in our hand only. Next, student support system. Okay, this also we will left to the management regarding funds or whatever. Next, governance, institutional support and finance resources. This also belongs to management. Out of 1000, 650 marks in the hand of faculty. Maybe in the hand of the management nominees, maybe principal, directors, deans, HODs, and the coordinators, means faculty. For which purpose this all structure is there? For the stakeholders. Our ultimate aim, the stakeholder has to gain the knowledge and he has to express whatever the things he learned. Then he will gain, will get a good career in his future life. So you see, out of 1650 in our hand, this 650 we will discuss in next slides. Next, then what are the program outcomes defined by the committee? These are minimum outcomes required before getting the degree. That is the important. The minimum outcomes required from the student before attaining degree. The first one, knowledge of engineering science. This is not knowledge. Application domain. Apply their knowledge in the up to 12th standard, whatever the science is studied, is capable to apply the science is the first criteria, program outcome 1. Second, problem analysis. It is the analysis domain. So we have to analyze the problem, the industrial problem, not integration differentiation. Next, third one, design and development. Once you analyze the problem, you design the solution. Next, fourth one, investigation. Fourth program outcome, investigation, analysis and synthesis. Fifth one, utilization of the model tools for evaluation of the design. These are the 5 program outcomes. It is depend on syllabus, curriculum. Whatever the curriculum we are provided, by the curriculum we can attain from the student at the end of the course is a 5 program domain dependent outcomes. Okay. Next one, engineer and society demonstration is required regarding society, safety, health, legal, cultural issues. Everything has to know. Whatever development we are doing, it will not disturb the culture. These are the independent, domain independent, not by the syllabus framing, by our teaching learning methodology. We can inculcate in the students. Second one, environment and sustainability. Because without disturbing the future environment, whatever the development we are doing, that's called sustainable development. So he has more concern about sustainable development. That's one we want to inculcate. Next, professional ethics, program outcome 8, professional ethics, and program outcome 9, individual and teamwork. This is main important, leadership, entrepreneurship, attitude we want to enhance in the student community. This individual and teamwork we want to inculcate in the student. Next one, communication. Communication is a major criteria. Communication means not only speaking or writing, it is expression. right way of transfer of information indirectly, communication. Next, project management and finance is main important. Next, the pure program outcome 12 lifelong learning. So these 7 program independent outcomes. So 12 outcomes defined by the NBA committee. Out of 12, 5 are based on curriculum, 7 are based on our teaching learning methods. These 12 we want to achieve from the attain from the student community at the end, before the end of the course. Okay. If more than this something is there defined by our department, these are the program specific outcomes. Mechanical department, more than this 12 something we are inculcating in the student community, then you add that program specific outcomes. Mechanical 4 program specific outcomes, mechanical 2 program specific outcomes. If more than this is there, otherwise this 12 is sufficient. The minimum standard is this 12 program outcomes you want to satisfy. Okay. For this, types of process required, because according to my knowledge, up to 2007, the BTech graduate also eligible for faculty in the engineering colleges. BTech graduates means an average professor who just he tells what he read, he will tells to the student community. That is more than sufficient up to 2007 in engineering colleges. Universities are different. Then an average professor. At that time there is no program outcomes defined by the NBA committee. No objective measurement. Next, after 2007 realized tells is not sufficient. Explain is required in engineering community. Then a good professor is required. The minimum education qualification, after digesting things you want to practice in MTech. So MTech is the minimum qualification. Then once 6th pay commission implemented, I think 2000 something 9 or 12 whatever. At the time of 6th pay commission implementation, for the universities or institutions, national institutions, they kept minimum qualification is the PhD. Means demonstration also required. In the PhD they will gain the knowledge of demonstration. Now that is also not sufficient. We want to inspire the student. Then after PhD, in the 7th pay commission, after PhD, for the central universities generally, at least he has 3 or 4 years experience, execution, project execution experience or industrial experience. Means he can inspire the students. It's a great process. At present, education system required a great process. You want to inspire students. Then only we can achieve this program outcomes. They are provided for engineering college, maybe some relaxation, maybe MTech. This many PhD graduates sufficient. This many MTechs are sufficient, like that. At least minimum good professor is required. If you are capable to maintain great process, we can inspire the students and we can increase the student outcomes. The all program 12 outcomes we can achieve from the students. We can solve any problem, societal issues we can solve. So this is the brief introduction, the purpose of the accreditation. What are the criteria of accreditation? Types of teachers required for the achievement of the accreditation. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.